Okay, so to begin, you're going to start in this kneeling position with your toes tucked under, stretching out the bottom of the feet. You can bring hands together at your heart, and then coming down to sit, coming into hero pose. So moving heels to either side, sitting up nice and tall, spine is long, stretching out those hips, waking up the bottoms of the feet and the lower half of the body. So kind of working from the ground up. Then you're going to move the feet to one side and come into a comfortable seated position. Stretching out the neck, so looking up at the sky, letting your head hang back, keeping the airways open, and then dropping chin toward chest, elbows in toward one another, interlacing fingers behind the back of the head, stretching out the back of the neck, waking up the top of the spine. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, and then maybe taking that left hand onto the right side of the head just to deepen the stretch. Bring your left hand down to the mat, right arm up and over your head, little right side body stretch. And then other side, right ear, right shoulder, taking that right hand to the left side of the head to deepen the stretch. And then placing that right hand down, left arm up and over. Nice open heart, open chest, stretching out the left side body. Good, now taking just a nice seated twist. So your right hand comes to your left knee, left hand back behind you, twisting left. Really gentle to start. Changing sides. Inhaling through center and then exhaling to twist. Good, then coming back through center, we're going to come into a tabletop position from here. So lining up those wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips, belly button up and in, and then taking a couple rounds of cat and cow. So you're inhaling to lift chest, lift tailbone, exhaling, rounding the spine, tucking chin, tucking tailbone, going at your own pace, just gentle inhales and exhales through the nose. As you move through this, waking up the spine. Really, all posture begins and ends with the spine, so we'll be working the spine and the neck a lot throughout this practice. Extend your right leg straight back behind you, left arm comes forward. You're going to bend that right leg, grab the top of the foot with the left hand and lift up, pressing the top of the foot into the hand, coming into tiger pose or bow and arrow. Look up. Good, release nice and slow, and then take that back down to the earth. Same thing, other side, left foot extends straight back, right hand forward, belly button in, and then grab the top of the left foot with the right hand. Opening up, stretching out. Beautiful, release nice and slow, and then set it down, sinking back into a brief child's pose. And then inhaling, coming forward, dropping the hips down, hands planted on either side of the chest for a little cobra. Feet are wide for your first one. And then bring the feet together behind you, drop the chest down. Inhale, press up into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel free to stretch it out here, maybe pedaling knees out, any stretches you feel your body might need just to wake up the body, and then step the feet up in between the hands, forward folds, and rolling up to stand. Stack one vertebrae at a time, head and neck come up last. Good. Now bring your big toes to touch, keeping a space between the heels. Sink your hips back and find chair at the top of your mat. So tucking that pelvis under, looking down, you should be able to see all of your toes. Long spine, hands come to heart, and then you're going to bring right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twisting left. Shoulders stacked, maybe opening arms up here. Drop your hips just a little bit lower, lifting that chest up, shoulders lift. Good, inhale through center, and then exhale, twist to the other side. Maybe opening up the arms again. Sinking those hips back. Good, inhale, come through center, back into your chair, and then straighten the legs. Bring your feet wide on the mat, so facing the long edge of your mat, toes in, heels out. You're gonna wrap that right elbow underneath your left, do a tiny back bend here. So coming into eagle arms, and then exhale, fold it in, wide-legged forward fold. Hinging from the hips. Pulling those shoulders apart. Good. Heel toe those feet in toward one another. Bring your right ankle behind your left and then sit down. Now you're gonna bring that left knee over the right, coming into Gomukhasana with eagle arms, cow face pose. Nice tall spine, your shoulders are over your hips. Good, unwind. Place your hands, I'm trying to figure it out, on the right side of the legs and then open up into a wide-legged forward fold facing the other way. You're gonna wrap your opposite elbow underneath for eagle arms on the other side and then fold in. Good, keeping your arms wrapped, heel toe those feet in toward one another, and then bring your left ankle behind your right. Sit down, Gomukhasana, opposite legs on the other side. So you're in cow face, knees stacked, opening up the hips with those eagle arms. Good. And then coming to lie down on the mat, rolling back nice and slow, hug your knees in, rock a little side to side. Maybe bring the nose up and toward the knees, and then you're gonna drop the knees over to the left and gaze right. Knees are stacked, and then hug that top knee in, extend the bottom leg straight out, and see if you can twist a little deeper. In this case, your right knee is bent, left leg extended. Good, come back through center, and then change sides, dropping knees over to the right, looking left. And then you're gonna keep that top knee hugged in, extend the bottom leg straight out, a little bit of a deeper twist. So this supine spinal twist, again, really great. Any twists, anything that's gonna wake up the spine, really good for posture. Maybe closing the eyes. Good, coming back through center, give yourself another little hug in. And then we're gonna set up for a nice restorative pose to end practice. So go ahead and grab a block if you don't already have one. Magically appeared for me. And you're gonna take the block on the top of it, so that small rectangle, lifting your hips up and just placing that block right underneath your low back. So you're coming into supported shoulder stand. I love incorporating this pose at the end of a practice. It's great to, not only for posture, but for blood flow, you know, all that good stuff at the end of any sort of standing poses. And I keep glancing over at my dog. You really should not look one way or the other. You should be looking straight up toward the ceiling, but I had to check on Noxie. Then slowly lower the feet back down, lift your hips up just enough to slide that block out from underneath you, extend the legs long, and find a Shavasana. Rest.